Hello, and welcome to Word of Hope. I'm Brother Joe Trout, coming to you for Saturday of the 27th week in Ordinary Time. The Gospel today is one that's short and probably quite familiar to you. Woman cries out in the crowd, "Blessed is the womb that bore you," and Jesus responds, "Blessed are those who hear the word of God and observe it." Right? Seemingly a straightforward message, and in some ways it is, but I think there's actually a really important line right before this that we shouldn't gloss over. This happened while Jesus was still speaking. In other words, she's interrupted him. Jesus is preaching and she has interrupted to offer praise, and that praise isn't what Jesus wants because he's giving directions to people on how they ought to live, and she's just standing back in awe. But awe isn't what he's looking for. It actually separates her from him. Well, blessed is she who bore you. Jesus wants her to be blessed. Because what has he just been saying? Well, he cast out a demon. And then the response was, well, by the power of Beelzebub, he casts out demons. He says, no, those who do not gather with me scatter. Right? He's calling people into unity. And then comments that those who've been cleansed of evil, if they don't replace it with something, then the evil just returns because there's a void left behind. We have to do something in response. We have to become people who gather with the Lord. And so you can see then how Jesus would be really troubled by this response that, well, blessed is she who bore you. That's not the right response right now. And certainly we are supposed to live in awe and reverence of God. I am not saying that we shouldn't take time to worship and adore the Lord. But that worship and adoration are followed by imitation, that we're called to follow after. And in fact, it's kind of easy at times in life to slip into this, that you might read the life of a saint and just be in awe of what they did. Or you might go to a beautiful church and just be in awe of the beauty of it. And that we start to treat our faith kind of like, going up onto a mountain and seeing a beautiful view, as if that's just enough. That's all. You're just supposed to wonder at the goodness of it. But Jesus is rejecting that very clearly right now. That our awe ought to be transformed into action. So that's our invitation today. As we encounter the goodness of God, we need to hear that word and observe it. Not distance ourselves from it by just saying, wow, isn't that great? But saying, I too can be a part of it. So today, act upon this word. Follow after Christ and enter into his blessedness. Right. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.